What up, everybody? Welcome back to Moe TV, man. If this your first time sliding on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Lock in with us, man. You won't miss no content. But we back with some more heat for that ass, man. So Corey Holcomb today went on 5150 show. If you're not a fan of 5150, you need to subscribe. One of the best podcasts, shows out there on the internet right now. But he basically went on there, and I'm just stumbling a little bit, wasting a little time, because the language he used is not going to let me get monetized. But we going to go ahead and get into this clip, and I want to get y'all honest opinion on how y'all felt about this clip.
The presence of a bitch is the presence of a serpent. It's just you don't believe it yet. I believe within 10 years, people going to just start killing bitches out the blue. Just off top. There go a bitch, get her.
Wow.
This is what I believe, because serpent bitches outnumber moral women.
Well, most moral women are cowards.
So he might have went a little too far. He said they just go start snatching women out the street, but it's not far-fetched, because you see a lot of women coming up missing. And people want to blame the rap lyrics of the new age women, but it ain't that. It's just a morality thing. You know what I'm saying? An ethical thing. So getting into this first situation, because, you know, we got to give you some backstory on why he felt this way. So Mel Tucker, if you don't know Mel Tucker, he was Michigan State football head coach. Now, ex-head coach. He was fired because a young lady, named Brenda, she came out and said that he had an inappropriate conversation with her on the phone and he was masturbating against her knowledge. So, like they said on 5150, she could have just hung up. She could have just did nothing about it. But it was an extortion plot. So, Mel Tucker could have just went through the legal proceeding and just gave up on the case or whatever the situation was, paid the money. But he took it to the next level and hired a private investigator, which found out that it was hundreds of text messages that this girl was sending to somebody else, trying to set this man up, letting him know what they about to do to him. So, unfortunately, he had to go through that and have the scrutiny of looking like a pedophile to the media. This is a football coach looking like a pedophile to the media, man. Lost his job. You know, he got all type of turmoil in his family. This is just a crazy situation where he think he having a friendly conversation with you know, off the books, off the record. This is not an underage girl. He think he just, you know what I'm saying, a regular little thing, man, that he just fucking with. He is super freaky, though. He did have conversations letting him know I'm hard. Like, I'm hard. Beating off on the phone, that's different. That's some jail shit. But we not here to talk about that. We here to talk about this lying-ass girl who lied about the situation. So that came out last month, and then just a couple days ago through investigations, they found those text messages. But he wasn't the only one. Let's get into Trevor Bauer, Brewer, however you pronounce it. He was a former Los Angeles Dodge pitcher. So a San Diego woman was accused him of sexual harassment. Sexual assault, we will. So he had sexual relations with her at his house. This was all on social media because he couldn't speak on it until the whole situation was over. So he basically had relations with her at his house. During the whole thing, she texting her friend, "Girl, I just got him." You know what I'm saying? Basically, like, I just got him. Before it even happened, when she first met him, she texted her friend like, "Yeah, I'm finna go for the money." Then it was somebody else that he knew tell him like, "Yeah, go for the money." Like, go for the money.
Victim, star pitcher for the Dodgers. A text Lindsey Hill sent to a friend before she ever even met me. "What should I steal?" she asked another, in reference to visiting my house for the first time. The answer? Take his money. So how might that work? "I'm going to his house Wednesday," she said. "I already have my hooks in. You know how I roll." Then, after the first time we met, "Net worth is 51 mil, she said. "Bitch, you better secure the bag," was the response. But how is she going to do that? "Need daddy to choke me out," she said. "Being an absolute whore to try to get in on his 51 million, read another text. Then, after the second time we met, former Padres pitcher Jacob Nix told her, "You got to get this bag." "I'll give you $50,000, Lindsay replied. Her AA sponsor asked her at one point, "Do you feel a tiny bit guilty?" "Not really," she replied. Since then, her legal team has approached me multiple times about coming to a financial settlement. But as I have done since day one, I refuse to pay her even a single cent. In August of 2021, Lindsay Hill's claims were heard in court. And during those legal proceedings, critical information was deliberately and unlawfully concealed from me and my legal team. Information like this video, which was taken by Lindsay Hill herself the morning after she claimed she was brutally attacked, emotionally traumatized, and desperate to get away from me. And now we have the metadata, so there can be no dispute. It was taken mere minutes before she left my house on the morning of May 16th, 2021, without my knowledge or consent, of course. In it, you can see her lying in bed next to me while I'm sleeping, smirking at the camera without a care in the world, or any marks on her face. I think it paints a pretty clear picture of what actually happened the evening of May 15th and why the video was originally concealed from us. Yeah. After hearing the evidence available to her, Judge Diana Gold-Saltman found that Lindsay Hill had misled the court. She found her claims to be materially misleading. She denied her request for a domestic violence restraining order, and she found that no sexual assault or non-consensual conduct took place. Now, some of you might not know about restraining order hearings. I know I didn't, but I've since learned that it's extremely rare for a request for a restraining order to be denied because the standard of proof that you need to obtain one is extremely low. So you can make of that what you will. The fact is, I was never arrested. I was never charged with a crime, and I won the only legal proceeding that took place without my side of the story even being heard. And most importantly, as I've said from day one, I never sexually assaulted Lindsay Hill, or anyone else for that matter. So I sued her, which prompted her to countersue me. Quite frankly, regardless of the outcome in court, I've paid significantly more in legal fees than Lindsay Hill could ever pay me in her entire life. And I knew that would be the case going in. But the lawsuit was never about the money for me. It was the only way for me to obtain critical information to clear my name. The discovery process in that lawsuit recently concluded, at which point Lindsay Hill's legal team again came to us with another proposal to resolve the case. This time, however, they weren't seeking any money from me. Having received much of the information that had been hidden from us, a small portion of which I've referenced here, I was willing to agree to the terms proposed. Both parties would drop their respective lawsuits, and neither of us would pay either side any money. I also retained my right to speak publicly about the case, something I have not been at liberty to do since June of 2021. So, as of today, both lawsuits have been settled. Now, over the last 2 years, I've been forced to defend my integrity and my reputation in a very public setting. But hopefully this is the last time I have to do so, as I'd prefer to just remain focused on doing my job, winning baseball games and entertaining fans around the world. So today, I'm happy to be moving on with my life.